Hello friends. So Government of India recently launched Taxpayers Charter 2020. Now earlier we had Citizens Charter 2014 which talked about rights and duties of a taxpayer, a salaried person who's paying taxes. What are the rights and duties? What are the rights he can expect from the department and what are the duties he's obliged under? Now, how this new taxpayer charter is different from the prior thing. This is a step forward in a few ways that now, unlike before, we have a provision under income tax laws. So this charter introduced is backed by IT laws. It's a provision in IT law. That is a one step forward. However, also other things. What we have here is there is e-assessment which will happen from the tax assessors. There will be faceless assessment in a way. So random allocations will be there. A person uh, sitting in the north can have a tax officer assessing him from the south. So it's a random location. So lesser potential, or in fact, no potential for undue harassments to the taxpayers. Then there are provisions for faceless appeals and everything. So these all are their positive step forward. However, from the perspective of Citizens Charter, if we see, there are no proper timeline for these services to be offered to the taxpayers. For instance, by when will the tax refund happen, or other services, how much time the assessment will take, or other services which the department is due to offer to the citizens. That is something which is not enshrined in the law, although it's mentioned. The principles are well, the intentions are well mentioned in the provision of taxpayer charter. But unlike the citizen charter, which talked about specific services, some 16 services, and the timelines for those by when a citizen can expect a result or a response from the department. That is something, that timeline, that objectivity is missing from this taxpayer charter. But I believe since this is a law, provision in law, it would have been very difficult to derive consensus on those timelines. Unlike the case before, which was not a provision of the law and not enforceable in a court of law. So, overall, definitely experts and all have welcomed, tax experts and all have welcomed the taxpayer charter, and it's a move ahead. Definitely down the line, more is expected, more advancements are expected in this taxpayer charter with more and more objectivity, be it of timelines or grievance redressal, the mechanism in the faceless appeals to change your assessor and everything if things are not turning out within a given point of time. So all of these are to be added in the charter. In the coming years, it can be and it should be pushed by the people of this country. Now, coming to the implementation part, we have seen how the government of India is highly dependent on the taxes for their revenue, and that leads to undue pressures from the officials to collect more and more taxes from the citizens. So, the principle of the charter is subject to violation time and again, with more and more pressure to collect more and more direct taxes. If we can talk about direct taxes here, so that may lead to undue pressures from and harassment scopes from uh, the officials, and even the companies paying direct taxes from their profits. That is also that may also be unduly harassed. So all of these implementation angles are to be looked into, how things will unfold on ground. Charter is good, but the implementation is also very important, how things will unfold. The soul of the charter, which says that start with assuming that the taxpayer is honest and is adhering to all the taxpayer obligations he has, and duties he has. So from that perspective, the assessor needs to look into the case, and that is something, how that unfolds in the ground is something to be seen. And but definitely these are the developments: Citizen Charter 2014, Taxpayer Charter 2020. These are all developments in the right direction for sure. Slow but steady, and more is to be done and will be done as it seems so. Thank you.